Cat cam jump scare. Cat cam jump scare. Look at the cat. Look at the cat. There is a cat. Look at this cat. Holy cat. Hey cat, look at the cat. There is a cat. The cat will probably jump off pretty soon, but it's fine because we get a cat. Look at the cat. Cat cam. Bye cat. If you miss the cat, you miss the cat. But I did not miss Core getting first. Welcome in, Core. Congratulations for being first. You did it. You're first to the stream. Let me clear that, and let's play the video game. Welcome in, Lurking Remy. I'm gonna roll for today's stream. Here we go. 11. That, if this was the Battle of Mid, that would be an optimal roll. But alas, this is... Is Girls Frontline a mid game? Maybe. Probably. I don't know. All I know is that today, we are gonna finish. Like, actually, it's finally time. This is it. This is the itinerary today. But first, let's do side missions. Another story is playing out beyond the stage. Oh boy, we get more side lore. And before, there's no bonus story. Oh, there's bonus story. I'm glad they added bonus story to the side missions. They used to not to. I was kind of wondering why there were so few of them. It's because the side missions actually matter to the plot. It's been some time since the commander entered the Gerard Group building. Monsoon had agreed to check in regularly with Groza's squad in 404. However, in their previous transmission, Kukluk had mentioned that they would be going deeper underground with the commander. That means a very high chance of losing contact with the surface. As such, he asked Monsoon to be ready for any emergencies which might come up. Your roommate's cat is weird. Almost every day when you come home from work, it starts butting against your legs and swishing its tail, but no purring. It's marking you. Today, fucker tried to bite me, like overstimulation bite, and while no blood was drawn thanks to your jacket, it still hurt. The cat loves you. Those are acts of affection, and that's how it is with cats. Tell it to Giddy, she just went live. Sure enough, several minutes after that transmission, both teams' signals had started growing weaker until they vanished entirely. Uh-oh. What do we do now, big sis? We haven't heard back from the commander or the others yet, but we also need to be ready to evacuate at any time. Jahui! What is the status of the helicopter? Helicopter? I hardly know her. G-36 has touched down on the nearest satellite city helipad in the White Zone. Stealth camouflage has been applied. It's ready to go anytime. That is the first exclamation mark we've ever heard her say. That's how you know she's serious. I will tell Giddy it. Did I say tell it to Giddy or tell that to Giddy? That is the question. It is something to ponder. Well done. Done you! How about your side of things? The engine's running. Once we pick up the commander, I'll get us to the airport at top speed. Understood. Looks like all we can do now is wait for Miss Grossa and the others to contact us. You said tell it to Giddy? Understandable. Have a great day. But if we can't pinpoint their locations, we can't drop a more concrete evaluation plan. I'd say we just dig up the entire area and drag the commander and the others. Bruh.
The other day I asked Lion Tamer if he loved his job. He said he has a lot of /pride/ in what he does.
Nice italics. It's funny because it's a gay joke. You'd be surprised. I'm pretty sure at this kind of manual labor, pulling people out of underground mine shafts and all that. Pull you out of a mine shaft. Liv is being evacuated en masse. If we damage the surface, it might affect the withdrawal of the civilians. While ensuring the commander's safety is a high priority, we shouldn't be too aggressive when we don't have a clear picture of the situation. We're in a white zone after all. Causing too much of a disturbance will end up inconveniencing the commander. Truly the word. I'm reminded of Louis C.K.'s bit on murder. How the number one thing preventing murder is the law against murder. And how if murder was, like, even if murder was still a misdemeanor, that would still be a deterrent. Like, fine. In that case, I'll just have to find them the old-fashioned way. She's gonna axe the ground? Okay. Monsoon Squad continues discussing their plans for a while longer. They're sure that there's no other option than to wait for the commander to contact them, decide to go searching for his signal. Just then, Faye, who is both highly experienced and perceptive, notices that something's off. Wait a minute! This feeling. Could it be? What's wrong? Earthquake! Everybody get down! Just as Faye says that, a loud rumbling echoes up and down the hitherto peaceful street, and the ground beneath their feet shakes violently. Crowds on the street are knocked to their feet by the sudden tremor, and the entire area is instantly plunged into chaos. However, no fissures open up and no buildings collapse, contrary to Faye's expectations. As she emerges from the dust clouds thrown up by the quake, she realizes that the plants around them suddenly are growing at frenzied speeds. Ayo, frenzied plants. Countless cracks of varying sizes open up on the ground, and plants burst forth in a verdant tide. Amidst tangles of thick vines, smaller branches squeeze out and form buds that open into translucent, gem-like flowers. Said flowers are lovely and flawless, but they fill everyone who looks upon them with terror. These are... they're radioactive! Success! I'm picking up a massive spike in ambient radiation levels! Something big is about to happen! Radioactive, but I'm waking up. I know these plants. They emit radiation depending on their surroundings. I saw them once during a rescue operation. People we tried to rescue ended up... Damn it! What the hell are these things doing in a white zone? Is this the real aim of that so-called Project Eden? Upon seeing the bizarre sights before them, the evacuating crowds begin fleeing madly in all direction. Just one direction. All direction. Then, as though the situation wasn't chaotic enough, even more fissures open up on the ground and several massive shapes emerge through them. Giggity. Those are elids. What are they doing here? I got some on my side too! What should we do? Should we engage? No, we are already engaged to the camera. Yes. You don't have a choice. Everyone, Monsoon Squad will now enter combat. Our objective, eliminate all the elids. Help the civilians evacuate while ensuring our withdrawal route is clear. Need to make sure that we all can leave ASAP once the commander and the others come back. Hey, Monsoon Squad, go! Alright, so we get to bring only 4? Okay, so let's go ahead and bring everyone in that cutscene. Which is... There she is. There's Diane. There's Faye. Jiang Yu had dialogue as well. And last, but certainly not least, is Voy Mestina, because this is her event. Now, you rearrange them like this. There we go. Let's start the level and let's play the video game. Let's kill the elids. That's the mission. I'm already out of conversation topics today because it turns out all I'm going to talk about is stuff I've already talked about, like in the last stream. But apparently recycling content is the meta. After clearing the threats from the surrounding area, Diane and Faye struggle to their feet. Yang Yu! How are things on your side? Okay, I guess. A bunch of elids are trying to attack the fleeing people, so I ran the elids over with the Jeep. She drive 2011? Well done. However, you should be more careful on mission. Just run him over, it's an insta-kill. Don't worry, big sis. I can take care of myself. Why would you do that? The immediate crisis has been resolved. Comma period. However, that should actually be a semicolon. The one way I was taught to use semicolons was connecting two sentence clauses with a however in between. I just go ham with the semicolons, but comma period is just a sideways semicolon. So there's your English lesson of the day, I guess. However, they still need to contact the commander, who is deep underground, and tell him just how serious things have become. If has been embroiled in a crisis of this magnitude, they need to get him out ASAP, no matter what's going on down there. Because this once flourishing city may become an elid-infested hellhole very soon. In the distance, they can hear army units heading toward the city center. Diane directs Monsoon Squad to take cover and conceal themselves to the best of their ability. While Monsoon Squad's technically authorized to bear arms, it's best to avoid unnecessary complications before re-establishing communications with the commander. As they're about to try and contact the commander again, there's a massive explosion. Perfect timing. Comes from far away and behind them. As one, Diane and Faye turn to look at it. They see through their visual module shocks them to the point where they can't tear their eyes away. Look! Over there! A column of light is shining up from the surface. Immediately after all that, all of is engulfed by this blinding radiance. Like a keen blade, it slices through the horizon where dawn and dusk meet. Golden light blooms into a giant flower in the sky. Looks as though the light from before has cut through the heavens themselves. The result resembles an invertebrate whose shell had been cracked open to reveal a sinister, gory innards within. Dolls have never seen anything like this before. For some reason, it seems strangely familiar. And hear the same rhythmic whispers in their neuroclouds. Seeing people all stop in their tracks, they look to the sky, their eyes reflecting the distorted scene in the horizon. May, I can't believe you've done this. The metal pipe is the monster's secret, so attack its weak point for massive damage. Right after that, screams fill the air, making the already disorganized evacuation even more chaotic. People who see it scatter and flee in all directions this time. Seems that creepy sight has triggered a fear from the most primal depths of their hearts. That's... Faye is the first to come to her senses. She looks at the place where the beam came from. Light seems to be hiding something. Hey, can you use your scanner function to collect more information on it? Scanner? I hardly know her! It's far too far away, I can't read. But I can try. Faye activates a scanner module and moves the aim point to the center of the light column. However, the results it yields will shock you. You won't believe number 3. Click here for more. There are vital signs in there. Vital signs? What is it, some kind of Metal Gear Solid? A bad feeling creeps into Diane's neurocloud as she reflexively grabs Faye's shoulder. Move in closer. I thought she was gonna pull her away. The hole torn in the sky grows larger and larger. The beam of light grows every brighter. The sky around it starts turning a brilliant red, like blood spurting from the body of some living creature. Faye looks at the light. As she focuses her vision, she finally manages to make out the shape of the creature surrounded by the radiance. It's alive! Hearing this news fills everyone with shock. In the end, Diane gathers her thoughts and makes her final decision. If there are signs of life over there, it's very likely that the commander might be there too. Yeah, wait! Tell G-36 to keep the helicopter's engines running and ready for liftoff. You okay? Down you! Bring the vehicle over and follow us to the beam of light. Got it, Big Sis! We're gonna bring Helena and the commander back. They're on a mission. They're going the distance. They're going speed weed. Let's continue. We're just barreling through the story. We're in speedrun mode today. This is the face that every girl makes when they see me. I am so used to this. The realism is great. Those damn elids! There's no end to them! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Out of my way! It's just in front of us! Diane and Faye try to move against the flow of civilians who are fleeing the city. Great effort, they manage to clear a path through the elid-infested streets, bonking the elids left and right. However, the elid density grows the further ahead they move. Soon, they realize that these elids are coming from the direction of the orb lights surrounding Helena. They found Helena, nice! Elids! Coming from there! Like things are worse than we thought. It's supposed to be a white zone! How could it end up like this? How did it end up like this? It was only a kiss! It was only a kiss! Is everyone in the URNC a bunch of incompetent darts? Yes. Don, have you reached the target location yet? I'm here! Can you see what's going on over there? There's tons of plants growing out of a big fissure in the ground. Elids are all coming out of it! Underground? Coming out straight from the underground? All these other... Oh wait, I can't say that word. Yeah. I can't believe there's something like this that's under Lviv. I still can't believe it's not butter. I bet even Nalfa would be shocked by that. No. I've seen worse. Oh yes. How about Helena? Is there a way to approach her? I did a scan just now, and that ball of light around her contains incredible amounts of power. There's no telling what would happen if we approached it thoughtlessly. Plus, it's so high off the ground that you need a chopper to get close. G36? Get to the chopper? Helicopter? Yeah, wait! Can G36 help us out here? Flying into a white zone runs the risk of being intercepted. Diane, it's your call. It's no point. It's no time for caution! And in chaos right now, and a lot of big shots are all scrambling to evacuate. I'm pretty certain the military won't have the time to bother with a single civilian helicopter amidst this madness. Got it. I'll try to contact Miss Dandelion and have her disguise her signal as an ordinary civilian one. But... wait, that sound is... what happened? Coming from the nearby military air bases. Several military helicopters have just taken off. Looks like they're headed towards them! Military helicopters? Is the military gonna deploy them against the Elids? No, I highly doubt that. If it was just dealing with the Elids, a few spec op units would be enough. I don't know what's gonna happen next, but we'd best be ready for it. Attention, all members of Monsoon Squad. Immediately enter the highest level of combat readiness. Apart from Hui, who needs to fly the helicopter into the White Zone, all other members will follow the plan and keep our axis of retreat clear. My allies. Faye and I will take a shortcut to approach the fissure. Jan, you find a way to bring the Jeep around on the roads. The closer you can get, the better. Got it! This mission will be a difficult one, but I'm counting on everyone to do their part. I'm doing my part! I'll cut a path through the Elids for the commander and the rest of us. Alright, Faye. Okay, so since this is up to Monsoon Squad, and Faye is leading the charge, Faye gets to go first. Very nice. Alright, let's do this. Let's save the day. And by that, I mean, I think it's funny how Voimistina wearing that suit in the mech. She's in a suit, in a suit. That is some next level formal wear. Wait, is that it? No, there's still 3 more enemies. Where are they? They haven't spawned in yet, so this is fine. Understandable, have a great day. We're just gonna wait for it to come in. I'm kind of reminded of Fire Emblem's reinforcement spawning system. How on hard modes, well, unrelated to this game, but on hard modes, the enemies just spawn in and move at the same time. I don't really like that as a difficulty patch because it adds what's called fake difficulty in my opinion, where you have no way to prepare for hidden information and it just spawns once and kills you. I remember a video on YouTube, if chess had Fire Emblem reinforcements, and after the first move, a bunch of knights just join the board and kill the king immediately. Like, bruh. That's just how it is. I'm wondering if I should bring chess to SakuraCon. I still have my little magnetic travel chess set. I guess I wouldn't hurt to keep it in my backpack. Bring all the things to SakuraCon. My worry is food. If I'm gonna have enough food. Because I need to stuff a suitcase full of MREs as well as other things I need to bring. Oh, we're on turn 4 and we're not done yet? How is he still, how is there an enemy still alive on the field? Huh? I thought with our abilities he would just go absolutely wild. Like this. Spin to win! I like how she hit it away, but it came in. Okay. Big sis! And you! Is our withdrawal route secure? Nope. There are a few enemies, but I got rid of them. The roads are really torn up though, so I stopped the Jeep some distance away. Well done. Diane pats Zhang Yu's head in approval. After that, the 3 of them carefully approached the fissure created by the thick vine and looked down the length of the massive creeper. Sis, you think we can contact the commander from here? I'll give it a try. Once again, Diane tries to reach Groza Squad in 404. However, the only reply she gets from the terminal is the crackling of electrical static. Looks like the comm signals have been disrupted. Is it because of the high particle density in this place? Yeah, radiation intensity here is off the charts. It's like the source of this disaster is coming from below this fissure. The city map says that this area is the property of the Gerard Group. Seems they built their R&D labs here. Doesn't look like a lab so much as an experimental mine. They built a lab of this size right underneath. Got a lot of balls, I'll give them that. I'll say we go in there and wreck all their equipment. Then we'll definitely be able to save the commander and Helena. Is this the Chinese equivalent of the regular delinquent character? I would think so. Don't be impulsive. Ja, hui! What's your situation? I'm in white zone airspace, but I can't approach any closer. What happened? Helicopters I mentioned earlier. They're all headed towards Helena's position. Uh-oh. Before Diane can react, Zhang Yu exclaims and interrupts her train of thought. Exist! Look! Pines. They're withering! Radiation intensity seems to be dropping too. Three of them exchange glances and look at the sky. As the sun rises, the bloody gash in the sky seems to be slowly healing up, and the beam of light coming from Helena's chest is gradually dimming. It appears to be some kind of grand sacrificial ritual has finally reached its end. The sudden reply comes through Monsoon Squad's communicators long at last. Miss Grotha, finally! I'm glad it really didn't really spoil much of the story in the event that somebody decided to do that story node first. Very nice. Let us continue. We're just barreling through the story. It is final boss time and they give us a fucking furry avatar. God damn it. Oh. Okay. This is fine. It feels like a dream, yet also incomparably real. Let's finish this. Her eyes snap open. Feels as though she was just awakened from a long and terrible dream. In that dream, someone tries to lock her away and subject her to some kind of experiment she cannot understand. Laboratory in the dream is deep and cold. A woman named Cheeto Egg stands there, laughing madly. But she forces herself awake. As long as she wakes up, a dreadful dream will not become a reality.
Sensei.
It's her!
Sensei? またお出かけ? 先生がいないと一人じゃつまらない.
Stares blankly at the complicated writing on the whiteboard. Teacher has already told her this is knowledge, part of the structure of the world itself. Teacher says that once she masters this knowledge, she will truly be able to leave this place. But now, just can't bring herself to care. Searches every room, but teacher is nowhere to be found. Although she has been told not to wander off, curiosity gets the better of her. She wants to go outside and look. Without realizing it, she walks out of the manor and arrives somewhere unfamiliar.
あ、先生の実験室だ.
She reaches out and touches the green field before her. To surprise, as her hand moves, the surrounding plants begin to sway as if commanded. Vines become musical staves, and green leaves turn into dancing notes upon them. She waves her fingers and savors a long-lost sense of freedom. Like a fairy, she darts through the green expanse. There's no wind here, no light, no sound. She runs for a very, very long time, yet never feels tired. Only when her vision blurs into a vast, white, empty nest does she realize she has reached the edge of this place. To her surprise, a small girl stands there, looking lost. She's never seen anyone here besides teacher. She possesses knowledge. She immediately comes to realization that this little girl must be human, just like teacher. So she tries to speak.
お前、一緒に遊ぶ?
This is where she meets Lumi for the first time!
誰? 名前、まだない。ここで暮らす人間と思えばいい。ずっと一人ぼっちだった。だから友達欲しい。一緒に遊ぶ? つまりこの世界にはクレープすらないの?
Nope, no crepes in white space.
うん。でも先生の本で見たことある。見たことあるだけなんてかわいそう。いっそうちに来てよ。 いろんなクレープを食べさせてあげるから。
But the girl just said seems to have suddenly reminded her of something. She leaps to her feet.
あ、もう帰らないと先生に怒られる。私楽しかった。約束通り帰らせる。本当にうちに来なくていいの？クレープすらない世界なのに。ダメ。
Her expression suddenly turned serious, startling little Lumi.
私がここを出たらお前帰れない。あの夢みたいに。
Oh no, the dreams of the Wait, is this the quantum realm, TM?
お前の死を
Cat, please.
本当のことにしちゃ
I'm in the middle of the story, Cat, please. she's crawling all over me. Oh! Cat distracted me from a fucking bombshell of a sentence. Fuck. Lumi tilts her head, not quite understanding. But it no longer matters. In the next instant, the world before Lumi begins to collapse, dissolving into blurred patches of color, till all that remains is a bottomless abyss.
もう会わない方がいい。私の友達オルフェルーネ。
Oh shit.
また夢。
Helena cannot tell what is real and what is a dream. Now she remembers playing somewhere with a little girl for a very long time. Taught the girl many things and was invited to eat something called crepes. Was it really just a dream? Did it actually happen? Helena does not know. Now it's not the time to dwell on it. He's lost. He has to return to the commander as quickly as possible. Helena gets to her feet and runs on without stopping. Here, she does not seem to grow tired. Even after running for a long, long time, she sees no one.
みんなどこ？
As confusion begins to set in, Helena is startled to hear voices in the distance.
だから私は全てを取り返す。
They meet again. Wait, is Lumi's gonna die here because... Okay. This is not how I expected things to go, but okay!
ありえない。彼岸スペースはもう開いた。どんなに頑張ったってリビウは元に戻らない。死んだ奴らも生き返らない。
I mean, you did it. Lumi does not answer. Face draws closer until Cheeto Egg can give her own reflection in Lumi's pupils. Cheeto Egg instinctively tries to flee, but no matter which direction she runs, she always returns to Lumi. I am inevitable.
無駄よ。この場所は私のルールで動く。あなたはただの侵入者。
何をする気？
全部終わらせて世界を元に戻す。あなたが触れてはいけなかったパラドックス、永遠の命も含めて。
She's finally going to die!
永遠の命。ヘレナ、聞いたことある。
Lumi and Cheeto Egg turn at the same time toward the little girl who seems to have appeared from nowhere.
あんたはカビダ実験の実験体ヘレナ。コードを
And so they meet again, but the tables have turned.
ありえない。あんたはもう鍵として消費されたはず。ここに現れるわけがない。
相変わらず怖い。
Helena instinctively hides behind Lumi. When she looks up, she seems to notice something.
お前、大人になった。
Oh, she recognizes her!
なるほど。あの時、私が生き残れたのはあなたがいたから。ごめんなさい。あなたにひどいことをしてしまって。何のことかわからないけど。
Oh my
大
god.
丈夫。
This is... How the... I can't.
それにヘレナもなんか楽しかった。
Lumi turns to Cheeto Egg.
私がいるから
あの子はここに残った。あの子がいるから私はここに来た。シルロビグ、あなただけが余計な存在よ。
Sweet, we get to delete her? Okay.
あな
I'm
た
down with
は
that.
代価を支払わずに死を体験しようとした。今のあなたが得たのは偽りの死と不完全な永遠の命。誰があんたにそんなことを言ったはずよ。あなたは私の知識を盗んだ。だからあなたは私の前で全てをさらけ出したも同然。
All your base are belong to us?
今のあなたは私が自分の手で編集したゲノムコードみたいなもの。発言した性質を見ただけでコードの詳細がはっきりと目に浮かぶ。
This is what you get for AI vibe coding, lady.
この感覚わかるでしょ。
Lumi smiles at her. Cheeto Egg knows she's referring to her creation of 043. She no longer has any desire to speak, because no matter what she says, it is meaningless before Lumi. All she can do now is tremble and await her judgment. The judgment? Thumbs down emote. But Lumi does not address her again. He turns to Helena and smiles.
待たせちゃってごめんね。今度は私があなたを送る番。
But if you do that! Ah. Lumi was on borrowed time this whole time!
一緒に来てよ。一緒にクレープを食べよう。
ヘレナ、分かっているでしょ。10年前、私は見てはいけないものを見てしまった。そもそもここから出るべきではなかったの。でもあなたのおかげで私は祝福を受けて運よく。
Lumi, no! That leads to face connect. Oh my god! I hate you, taters. God damn it. I can't believe you've done this. The irony is that it's actually kind of true because Lumi's the first phase invader. I hardly know her!
あの時の私の罪はあなたが背負ってくれた。
わからないよ。
大丈夫。今のあなたはただあなたの声が聞こえる自分の重要さに気づいていないだけ。全てが一つに戻った時きっとわかるようになる。その時はあの人を守って。それが未来を紡ぎ続ける唯一の方法。
A door appears behind Helena.
一緒に行かない？
私は本当の未来を見てしまった。だからもう戻ることはできないの。
Damn. This truly is the end of Gerard.
さあ、行って。指揮官が待ってるわよ。
私全部指揮官に教える。お前のことみんな忘れないから。
Lumi smiles and nods. But she knows that once Helena steps through that door, she'll forget everything that has happened here. You know, Louis C.K. also once said, maybe something nice will happen. Why the fuck would anything nice ever happen? Okay. Okay. Okay! Because this is not the real world. This is fine. As someone who has committed such a grave sin, she does not deserve to be remembered. I mean, I remember her. In Pixiv. God, I'm terrible. After watching Helena leave, Lumi turns to Cheeto Egg. She takes her trembling hand.
何すんの？怖がらないで。永遠の命でも死でもこの悲願と現実の狭間でなら叶えられる。
It's me. I can't say I've heard this track or recognize it, but holy shit. She's about to become a Toho reference.
あなたも祝福を受けたかったんじゃないの？
ここに残る子羊は一人だけで十分。ただ代価が必要よ。これは祝福を受けた者が誰しも通る道だから。さあ。
No, no. No, 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 no. Wait. No. Lumi grips Cheeto Egg's hand. Cheeto Egg struggles desperately, but it's all in vain. Hand in hand, Lumi leads her towards the edge of nothingness, then steps forward and falls straight down. Everything slowly fades away, until only empty ness remains. It's me, by the way.
Kika.
We're alive! I finally regain consciousness.
ヘレナ、どうしてここに？
ここに来る途中、ここを覆っていたツタが消えていったから、そのまま装置を破壊してヘレナを助け出したわ。
Hey! I lower my head and see that the tank containing Cheeto Egg's brain has lost its connection to the plants. It's fallen to the ground and shattered. The brain is slowly necrotizing and turning black after being exposed to the air. Skill issue. Beside me, Boy Mistina, encased in mobile armor, easily lifts me and sets me on the armor's shoulder. Alva and Kukluk, who were struck by the data surge earlier, are gradually regaining consciousness as well.
よかった。みんな無事か。
ここはもうすぐ崩れるわ。今すぐ離れないと。
いや、待て。オルフェルーネはさっき隣にいたはずじゃ。
Don't you dare say who.
申し訳ありません。
Okay, good.
見つけたのは指揮官だけです。
だが、オルフェルーネは
Wait, who? God? No, not you! Can't believe you've done this. Rosa and Boy Mistina exchange a silent glance.
指揮官。
Uh-oh.
そのオルフェルーネって
I swear to...
一体誰のことなの？
They're doing this. So it's gonna be like this, huh? Okay. Okay, fine. That... Not fine! God damn it. Okay. Okay.
何？
I look at Groza in confusion. She's been at my side ever since we returned to Blud. There's no way she wouldn't know who Lumi is. Something have happened out there just now. Something that damaged their neural data? I turn to Alva.
アルバ、君はどうなんだ？
いえ、知らない名前です。
どうなっているんだ？
She erased herself from her existence? But the urgency of the situation leaves no room for such pondering. We have to move.
君たちは先に撤退してくれ。私はもう少し探してみる。
She's gone!
間に合いません。
And we get blocked by the lady who can just kill. I didn't realize. My fucking Photoshop autism is flaring up. This entire sprite is just her eye and mouth. Or different facial expressions. Because her eye and mouth have a different sharpness level than the rest of the entire sprite. Why am I like this? Oh my god. It's fine. It's fine. When Messina glances at the radar.
生き袋が来ています。
Even here, in the deepest chamber of the underground lab, I can hear their distant roars. Shrieks grow closer, as if they will tear through the walls and reach me at any moment. But
ダメだ。彼女を一人ここに残すわけにはいかない。
指揮官。
仮に死んだとしても、遺体は回収したい。
I search frantically for any sign of Lumi, but just as Groza and the others said, I appear to be the only one here.
生き袋到着まで残り2分です。
諦めたくはない。みんな、すまないがあと5分稼いでくれ。ボイマスティナ、ここを一周してオルフェルーネを探したい。
はい。
This is the I'm sick of your shit commander face, but we'll do it.
ボイマスティナ、無茶な頼みなのは分かっているが。
She's gonna say hold on tight.
わかりました。
When Messina offers no objection, no trace of dissatisfaction. She simply stares ahead straight with unwavering resolve.
みんな、指揮官のために時間を稼いで。
Buy some time.
生き袋は真下。 8時方向の廊下と2時方向の実験室からやってくる。
Fortunately, defending seems to be easier than attacking.
一匹たりとも
Just kidding, the defense missions can be a bitch. Don't let him enter. Seal off the doors, dude. Just camp at the doorways. Don't enter this room as we're outside. This is fine. Okay, so who was in that cutscene? Rosa was in that cutscene. Boy Mestina was in that cutscene. Alva was in that cutscene. And I'm gonna put cell phone in there. Just because I like her. And for no other reason. I think she was there too, yeah. She's part of the squad. Very nice! So the key is to buy the commander 5 minutes, meaning all we need to do is sit on our turn for 5 minutes. Should be simple enough, right? Okay. There will be enemy reinforcements eventually. Will this take 5 minutes? Who knows? If we finish within 5 minutes, that'll be a problem. Because then the commander won't have enough time. So we need to make sure that this entire level stretches out for another 5 minutes. Now, given the amount of reinforcements that seem to have spawned in. Oh, there they go. Okay. Now the real question is, will Voy Messina get to act? Will she get acted on? The Gunsmoke boss this week, I am glad they kept it simple so I can auto it at work and still score 4,000 points. That's nice. Seated on Voy Messina's armor, I circle the entire underground laboratory. But Lumi, who was with me just before I blacked out, has vanished seemingly into thin air. Shout her name, hoping for a reply somewhere. One answers. Collapse? Collapse pieces? Overwrite my orders. Voy Messina ignites the thrusters without a word and lifts the armor into the air. A piercing alarm echoes throughout the lab. Chaos erupts around us. The ground trembles violently, rubble cascading from the shattered ceiling. Though her armor looks heavy, Voy Messina maneuvers with remarkable agility as she evades the collapsing walls. Suddenly, a metal beam crashes down from above, hurtling straight towards us. Oh, she said it now! Voy Messina pushes the propulsion module to its limit. I feel as though I'm clinging to the wing of a jet, the air slicing across my face like blades. I grip her arm tightly. One slip and I'll be thrown into the red-lit abyss below, buried alongside the elids beneath Liv. Oh no! Tank it! Just as the beam's about to crush us, Voy Messina twists the armor 180 degrees and catches it with her other arm. The impact rings out with a deafening clang, and a visible crack splits across the armor. I know that if she were alone, she could have avoided it easily. But to shield me from harm, she chose to take the blow herself. The armor plummets for an instant, then I hear the thrusters roar back to life. A violent heave. Voy Messina hurls the multi-ton beam into the abyss. Uh-oh. That's not good. System warning, left arm damage, sensor failure, shooting aid offline. Shit. You're gonna have to do it manually from now on. The warning blares through the armor. I look at Voy Messina. Her face remains expressionless, yet the rapid flicker of orange light reflected across it tells me how grave the situation is. Trouble continues to rain down. Elids below surge upwards in reckless pursuit. The armor darts like an arrow through the falling debris. The earlier impact has clearly dulled Voy Messina's responsiveness. Several chunks of rubble fly towards us. Without thinking, I draw my pistol and shatter one midair. 2 more pieces slam into the armor's head with a dull thud. Oh no, she's taking damage. Right, the left visual module? That's your covered eye. You're fine. You still have your right eye. She mentioned earlier that the armor's visual system's connected to Task Force Defy's exclusive Wolf Eye, one of the key advantages that sets Defy apart from the ordinary dolls. If the visual system's compromised, her firepower is severely reduced. Now fending off elids trying to leap onto the armor, my mind races for a way to get us out alive. Let's dance, lady! Haha, let's go! It's me, I'm the wolf eye.
私に務まるのか。
信じています。
Nice!
そう言われたら断れないな。
The armor continues weaving at full speed. Through the violent air currents, I lift my head and begin calling out targets.
実験室の方向、方位000、両角30度、距離20メートル。
Bang! Bang! My mosquito fires precisely according to my callouts, shooting them down. Holy shit! Seeing her accuracy steadies my nerves.
2階デッキ、方位210、両角マイナス5度、距離、真下垂直線から30度、距離、すぐそこだ。
He keeps firing as we near Groza's extraction point.
左前方、間に合わない。
An Elid leaps onto Boy Messina's leg. As her body drops sharply, more begin swarming onto the armor. I glance upward. We're less than 10 meters from the extraction point.
もうすぐだ。最大出力で飛べ。
アルバ、指揮官を。
We're gonna get thrown! Before Alva can respond, Boy Messina's arm dips. Suddenly, I feel weightless. Certified Titanfall 2 trust me moment? With all her strength, Boy Messina hurls me out of the Elid-infested laboratory.
指揮官
10 meters is a long-ass distance to be thrown. Alva rushes forward and catches me. Her strength absorbs most of the impact. We roll across the ground before coming to a stop. I look down into the opening. Boy Messina's nowhere in sight.
ボイマしてな。
They killed Harambe! No! I've been saving that joke for like 6 streams now. I hope it was worth it.
クローザー、いつでもボイマスティナを助けられるように。
Almost a minute passes. Still no sign of her. But I refuse to believe she would fall so easily. I refuse to believe Boy Messina would go down just like this. Boom! A thunderous explosion roars upward with a powerful blast of air. One detonation follows another, as if something has ignited the sewer gas below, reducing Cheeto Egg's entire research facility to ashes. Alva throws herself over me, shielding me from the searing shockwave. But I no longer care. I turn towards the opening, waiting for something, anything, to emerge. Oh, he's alive. At last, a familiar voice crackles through the communicator. Heat dissipates. A battered suit of armor rises from the opening and stumbles onto solid ground.
ボイマスティナ。
指揮官、申し訳ありません。生き袋が地上まで出ていかないように実験室を爆破しなければいけませんでした。
Rip Lumi.
だから先に指揮官を安全な場所に送るしか。
これでパラデウスの悪行を証明できる証拠がなくなった。
God! Okay. Okay.
大丈夫です。あなたが生きていることが一番の証拠になります。
It seems reports of my survival have been greatly exaggerated. Alva steps closer and lowers her voice.
だが
私たちを信じてください。まだ遺跡を止めるために頑張っている人がいます。
それってもしかして。
Wait, who? Nest's about to explode? I make sure to do that before stream so I don't get too carried away.
ミーシャか。
That's a name I haven't seen. Alva nods.
だったらなぜ保安局を離れたと言っている。
名義上、私たちは確かにもう政府に所属していません。指揮官と同じように、私たちも契約を受けるため
Yo,
です。
she's literally us? For real, for
内容
real?
はあなたとは違いますが、今の反逆正体はもうただの特殊部隊ではありません。この10年間、私たちはずっとこの名前に新しい意味を見出そうとしていました。
They have become the real Defy Frontline 2.
今はまだ詳細を教えるわけにはいきませんが。
I have the day off so you can actually watch CJ! You just missed like all of the event. We were right after the climax, dude. You missed so much, man. So much. This is basically coming into the scene right before the credits.
反逆という名前の意味も含めて。少し話しすぎました。本題に戻りましょう。
指揮官。今後は立場上苦しい日々が続くでしょう。
Difficult days, as the difficulty is still set to level 20. Can you do the entire thing again really quick for me? Oh yeah, sure. 1 second. Let me finish this first.
反逆正体はいつでもあなたの味方です。かつてのアンジェのように。
I look at Alva in confusion. He offers me a calm, unwavering smile and says nothing more. In that fleeting moment, I'm reminded of the commander they served 10 years ago. This motherfucker here is one of the most badass characters I've seen in any work ever. Fucking Angie, rest whatever remains of what would be her soul in whatever afterlife she purgatory found. I don't fucking, it's fine. The one who truly made the name Defy an irreplaceable symbol. Sun rises once more over, and long night has finally passed, giving way to a dawn that stirs both awe and sorrow. The vines that once spread wildly across the city have vanished. Survivors stare at the ravaged streets in confusion, as if unable to comprehend what transpired. But the ruined buildings and shattered infrastructure stand in silent testimony to the night's events. Oh yeah, the helicopter. Ayan's words are cut short by a heavy mechanical hum, followed by running footsteps and the rumble of armored vehicles. The next instant, dozens of targeting reticles lock on to me and my subordinates. Right, because Lumia erased herself from her existence? They all think it was us. Ah, this motherfucker! A familiar voice speaks from behind me. It's Javier. Sounds like it's not credit time yet. It's a gacha game. The story never ends. Motherfucker. There was a setup. The entire thing was an elaborate ruse. Okay, so, you know what? In the 7 minutes that I have before the Bezos break and we finalize the story, I'm gonna try to recap the entire story. Here we go. In Croissant Part 1... Fuck, what happened in Croissant Part 1? Hold on, I got this. How did it... It's been like all month, dude. You know what, let's recap the entire event using my own words. It's a gacha game, the story doesn't matter. That's where you're wrong. This is one of the only gacha games where the story does matter. The story is like most of the appeal, actually, of this game. Of Girls Frontline in general. Girls Frontline has one of the stories of all time.
It's called a gotcha game because you think you're through with the story, but no, there's always new events and then bam, you're out $200.
Listen, I'm out like $5. $5 a month, baby, which I guess in the course of a couple years will add up to $200. So you know what? Yeah, I'll admit it. I get the $5 monthly card. I spend $5 a month on this. Fucking sue me. I'll win. I forgot the final word to that. Gotcha. Bruh. I can't believe you've done this. You were on the verge of greatness. You were this close. You missed the punchline. That's like a Norm Macdonald joke, except the punchline is just there, and it's all like, oh, okay. So basically, let me summarize the entire event so far, because we're not quite done yet. Hanako Lumi tries to deliver a speech about science, but almost dies and almost gets kidnapped. Fortunately, but unfortunately, her Karen compatriot, who is overpowered as fuck, is there to not save the day, to keep her safe. Spoiler alert, in the end, she doesn't keep her safe. Gorilla Glue and Cold as Ice, willing to sacrifice your love, have to intercept the lost lolly package that gets interrupted in transit because our cafe fails its health inspection at the border. But it's okay, the system was rigged from the start. Our adjutant lady from the first game gets a very healthy dose of radiation poisoning from that Karen from earlier. So she almost dies, but it's okay, she got better. I can't say the same for Lumi, who kind of got lost in existence. Also mixed in the story is a very crazy scientist lady who is kind of hot, but also is absolutely batshit insane. She unlocks immortality but gets called out on it later and eventually pays the price, which so far we don't know what it is because the cutscene ended right there. Also, there's a lot of kung fu fighting. Everybody's fast as lightning.
It's called a gotcha game
swear to
because you
fucking
think
God.
you're through with the story, but no. There's always new events and then bam, you're out $200. Gotcha. You know I needed to spend the extra 500 to do this properly and redeem myself.
Well, the joke is ruined now. That is the equivalent of one of my worst things something that I really hate in YouTube. And I'm gonna fucking say it. One of the worst parts of YouTube is when you scroll down to the YouTube comments and you see a brilliantly crafted, highly upvoted joke that's really funny, and then directly underneath it in the same comment is edit, thanks for all the likes. If you do that, never tell a joke again. Ever. Don't do that. That is some... That fucking...
It's called a gotcha game because you think you're through with the story, but no. There's always new events and then bam, you're out $200. Gotcha. Edit, thanks for all the likes.
I can't fucking... Y'all motherfuckers. I hate this shit.
Damn, I was just about to do that too.
Can't believe you've done this. We're taking a break. We're not done yet. The Bezos break. Don't watch the ads.
Nice throw!
Fuck off. Oh my god, it's still going.
映画チャゲームビフォーズニューシンクユアスルーイズザストーリーバットのゼアーズオールウェイズニューイベンツ&全版ユアアウト$200ガッチャライク&サブスクライブ
Like and subscribe, god damn it! And now we do supply mode. Because I have enough tickets to do the supply mode, and I need to do the supply mode, and we finish the story. Let's do supply mode, and then we will go through with the full mode. You know what? Sure. Let's stick with the main squad. This is fine. We'll just go through supply mode. I'll give my thoughts on the story so far, and the fact that this is probably one of the best events. They say power creep only applies to characters. I don't know who said that. I just made it up. But seriously, freaking the story's just getting bigger and better the more they go on. Also, that was quick. Are all of them gonna be like this? Also, I remember in chapter 1 or chapter 2, near the climax of chapter 1. Chapter 1 spoilers, by the way, even though this is like chapter 10 content. The Boojum appearance is like, oh my god, this thing's powerful. And for that stage in the game, it is pretty powerful. Now I just kill it in one hit and it's silly. But they anticipated that such that if the Boojum dies, you still win. So it's an alternative win condition. I do like it when games try to integrate story into their gameplay, but they don't force it too hard. For example, in the story, something that I think it was a pleasant surprise was you have to use certain dolls in certain levels based on the story, but you're allowed to swap that doll for your own if you own her. I think this is good because one, it helps get the story together with the gameplay. But on the other hand, it also allows people who didn't get those dolls to try a level with those dolls. And I think that's always a good thing. Allow the demo. I feel like demos are always good. I think that the reason, I actually watched a video why demos aren't really a popular thing. It's just because apparently they're too expensive to be what they're worth. And I agree, but I feel like if you're able to do a demo, do it. Try before you buy is more powerful than people realize. I took the 5-finger discount on Katana Zero, but then halfway through the game, I'm like, this game is probably game of the year for me. And so I ended up getting the full version, i.e. got it on Steam. And turns out that version had better controller support, so I actually had a better time actually buying the game. Okay, but what if they make the character really hot? That's all of them? Well, most of them. I'll buy before you try. Try this, pants grab! Alright, that's supply mode. And with that, let's go back to the story. It is now time to see how this all ends. Nope, yes. The curtain falls, but the show is nowhere near over. Javier, what did you do? I turn around. Javier walks toward me from behind the ring of gun barrels aimed at my head.
ハーベルさん、これはどういうことですか？こんな形の再会になって本当に申し訳ない。避難誘導と安全確保の
Man's got that MS Paint eye.
非軍事勢力管理局と第7区
Liv has fallen. Shit, it was all a ploy to capture the city.
管理下に入っている。
That's what they want us to believe. It was never about the civvies.
安心するといい。避難は終わっている。厄介な怪物もジラードグループ
They remember the Gerard group.
出現していない。コーラプス粒子汚染は汚染？リビウはホワイトエリアだ。汚染などあるはずだ。
I glance at the surrounding soldiers. None of them are wearing protective masks, and I see none of the intermittent green haze that accompanies particle dispersal. Hey yo, did it just retcon itself? What's going on?
さて、指揮官、少し話をしようか。話？
The agreement?
リビウの地下はほとんどパラデウスのアジトでした。なのに私を問い詰めるのが
Bruh.
ロレン政府のやり方ですか？
There's no evidence of that, though.
落ち着きたまえ。君を非難するつもりはない。
I doubt that.
ただ、
君は曰く付きなのでね。ここに現れた以上。
それはこっちのセリフです。なぜ10年前消えたはずのパラデウスがこのリビウで堂々と大規模な実験を行っていたのか。
なぜパラデウスの仕業だと確信している？もし証拠があるのなら今すぐ私に見せてくれ。そうすれば君が満足する結果が出るまで私がいろいろと
This fucking guy
昔のあなたならこんな時に銃口を向けることはなかった。
We can't trust him!
そしてパラデウスを調べるのに証拠がいるなんて言わなかったでしょ。
Javier casts a thoughtful glance at the soldiers around us, then returns his gaze to my face. He waves his hand. The soldiers lower their weapons.
指揮官、信頼は相互関係。
どういう意味ですか？
サミット会場の監視カメラに君の姿が映っていた。
They suspect me!
怪しい人物と接触していたそうじゃないか。
怪しい人物？誰のことですか？
例えば今回の事件の容疑者、ジラードグループの現総裁兼楽園計画の責任者オレク・ジラード。
He's dead.
とか。
オレク・ジラード？何を言ってるんですか？
Yeah, we never
私は
met!
そもそも。待て。楽園計画の責任者オレクが。
Did we change the timeline?
ああ。
Huh?
奴はただの操り人形ではあったが、全くの無実
Oh my god.
わけではない。
Did he get I'm gonna be so mad if he's somehow alive.
そしてこのリビウを滅ぼしかねない実験の現場に君がいた。
Javier's lie is so clumsy it feels like an insult. I've never attended the summit, nor have I met Oleg. The one who made contact with him was Kruger, and he died afterwards. Oh. Yeah, Oleg died afterward. He does not even mention Lumi's name. His method is not unfamiliar. It's entirely consistent with her style. And yet, something's off. I have no direct contact with him for 10 years. From our prior communications and this meeting, I know Javier has not changed much. Skilled at twisting facts and spinning an official truth for public release. But when dealing with me, someone who knows the inside story, he would not treat the other party as a fool. He would offer appropriate bargaining chips instead, making refusal difficult. Forcing fabricated facts onto me and coercing compliance is not his style. In that case...
オルフェルーネは
それは誰なんだい？
Javier's expression barely changes. For an old fox like him, that's hardly surprising. But the confusion in his eyes is genuine. He does not know who Lumi is. He does not know who Lumi is either. Just what is going on? It's as if no one but me remembers that Lumi ever existed.
ヘレナを探し楽園計画を調査することがクルーガーさんに言い渡された任務です。だから計画の責任者に接触したこともパラデウスの実験室に潜入したことも全て。
指揮官、それは分かっている。だが上にとって全てどうでもいいことだ。要するに君はやりすぎたのだ。オレクの企みを止められたのはいいが、10年前と同じ。
You saved the world, but you didn't do it legally, so we're gonna have to prosecute you.
だから私も10年前のように君を助けに来たつもりだ。
I'm from the US government and I'm here to help. Also, Santa is real.
ヘレナをこちらに渡せば君のやら
No!
かしには
We're taking Helena and leaving.
ハーベルさん、私の任務はヘレナを非軍事勢力管理局に預けることです。
私をクルーガーの代わりだと思ってくれて構わない。
だったらクルーガーさんと話をさせてください。
いや、汚れ役は私の仕事だ。
Bruh.
君も分かっていると思うが、私の言ったことは すなわち管理局
I can't believe he's done this.
ヘレナをどうするつもりですか？本当にギラードグループを摘発するために証人として扱ってくれますか？
もちろん。
He lies as naturally as he
ハ
breathes.
ーベルさん、ヘレナの安全を誓ってくれますか？
I detect a brief hesitation in Javier's tone. Someone who knew and worked with him 10 years ago, that fleeting pause is telling enough.
やはり聞こえのいい嘘ですね。
私は君を困らせるつもりはない。
Bruh.
ただ、
ハーベル、私が話そう。
Behind Javier, a soldier hands him a communicator. Javier frowns, clearly displeased, but still raises the device before me. The communicator, that cold voice sounds once more. I look at Javier. Perhaps because of the man speaking through the communicator, for the first time in all these years, he cannot meet my eyes. Bullshit. In that instant, I understand everything.
やはりあなたですか。さあ、
Who?
手短に言おう。
It's the guy from Ace Combat 7! I knew it! It's just an Ace Combat reference! God!
指揮官、10年前のことについて、私はもう一度チャンスをあげたいと思っている。君の選択を教えてくれたまえ。結果次第で。
How many more villains have to spawn before we're satisfied?
もちろん、ヘレナのことも含めて、すべてを君に任せることすらできる。ハリネズミか、キツネか、君はどちらを選ぶ？
私は選ばない。
I choose to smash!
10年。君は何も変わっていないのか？
We're the same.
何も変わらなかったからこそ、あなたの言葉が嘘なのが分かった。今回は逃げではない。私は私の理想の世界のために動いている。
We get to be the villains now.
さあ、あなたの理想はすでに歪んでいる。間違ったやり方で正しい結果は得られない。
生意気な。
ああ、生意気だ。それでも私は後悔しない。
どうやらもう決めたようだな。
Yep. From the communicator, the Earl issues the final command.
ハーベル、
どうかもう一度。
やれ。
Uh-oh. Soldiers around us raise their guns once more. Javier returns his gaze towards me and strikes the ground sharply with his cane.
やれ。
Oh. I guess we just die. We've made enemies of the whole army? But do we get to find out what happened to Lumi? New script. How should their story continue? Is this the end of Girls Frontline 2? Probably.
3日前、リビウ市にて発生した大規模テロ事件についての調査結果が公表されました。軍によれば、テロリスト1名および数名の無所属武装人形が市街地にて正規軍と交戦し、多数の兵士が
Great, they're painting us as the bad guys again. Okay.
増援部隊が到着した直後、武装人形はヘリコプターに乗って逃走。その途中、リーダー格と思われる人物が重傷を負いました。
Okay, so we're alive.
都市を封鎖し、捜索範囲を広げています。また、今回の事件を引き起こしたテロリストは LVI-13 で発生した事件の犯人と同一人物であることも判明しました。
Again? Don't worry about it.
当局は犯人の外見や特徴を公表し、市民の協力を呼びかけています。
Gritting my teeth against a stabbing pain in my abdomen, I sit up and switch off the radio broadcast. I look down, I see blood faintly seeping through the gauze. Liza notices that I'm awake and quickly comes to my side.
指揮官、ようやく目を覚ましたのね。大丈夫？まだ痛む？
いや、平気だ。
I press a hand against my abdomen, hiding the blood from Groze's view.
メイリーンが3日も夜更かししてみんなの素体を直したわ。
Damn!
そよ風正体の素体損傷が一番ひどくて部品の交換が必要なんだけど、今の状況じゃ一番近くの修理所に行くことすら難しいわ。だから一旦ポリゴニスト
After all that's
に5回
happened,
品を注文
we cannot catch a fucking break.
ああ、それでいい。
それにしてもあの兵士たち狙いが悪いわね。
ハーベルさんの計らいだろう。
I recall the scene. After Javier struck the ground with his cane, there was a subtle shift in the soldier's eyes. I seized that moment to have Monsoon Squad deploy smoke grenades. We boarded the helicopter set to extract us amid the chaos. I still ended up taking a bullet to the abdomen.
そうだ。アルバとボーイマスティナは
偵察に出ているわ。警察も賞金ハンターも私たちを探している。
We are once again wanted.
賞金ハンターが賞金首になる日が来ると。
Well, how the turntables? I let out a sigh and flopped back onto the bed as if surrendering to fate. Rosa gently pats my hair to soothe me.
グローザ、頼みたいことがある。
何？
オルフェルーネという人物について調べてくれないか。
Is your ocarina more expensive now? Teehee.
一体何が起きたのか。
Turns out the only time I've been wanted is after I allegedly blow up a city. Allegedly.
実はもう
Welcome
調
back,
べ
Remy.
てあるんだけど、
結果は
自分で見た方がいいわ。
Oh. Rosa hands me a few thin sheets of paper.
これだけ。
ええ、それで全部よ。
I skimmed through the documents. It's clear that Groza has made every effort to collect what she can about Lumi, but the contents are sparse. Because I can't believe you've done this. Because Lumi's personal history is nowhere near as rich as I remember. The very first line of the file bears a piece of news that leaves me stunned. She died in Frankfurt, didn't she? Oh my god. Lumi Gerard, the only dollar bullet, current CEO of the Gerard Group, tragically perished in the Frankfurt incident 10 years ago. She really was on borrowed time. Oh my god. Then how did everything get here? Like, actually, how? Does this mean... Because... Huh? Huh? How did... Then how did everything in this event happen? I had considered many possibilities. All will be fixed in 22 minutes.
そんな。
But this so-called fact far exceeds anything I had imagined. I stare at the line for a long time, unable to calm my thoughts. Suddenly, I remember the words spoken to me 10 years ago during the Frankfurt incident by a girl named Lunasia, and the many other worlds she showed me. Wait. Did we swap worlds? Countless possibilities woven together by threads, stirred by blue butterflies. Vana.
そうだ、指揮官。
But it seems hesitant.
どうした。
メッセージが一件届いているわ。それを開けていいのか。
Why is it a 200% ratio? Give me back Ocarina? You can't have Ocarina, just watch my streams more.
メッセージ。誰からの。
The pipes are more expensive than the Ocarina Redeem was, yet you keep redeeming them.
だから安易に開けていいのかどうか。
わかった。転送してくれ。
Ask Groza to leave the voice message with me. After she leaves, I stare at it for a long time. A few minutes later, with a soft beep, the message begins to play.
指揮官様、カリーナです。タイミングが悪いのは分かっています。ただ、どうしても連絡したかったので。
Ocarina was always this expensive, right? It's the timeline shenanigans, the Ocarina of Timeline shenanigans.
指揮官様はテロリストなんかじゃありません。私は無実を信じています。私にできることがあれば、いつでも連絡してください。
And you redeem it anyway. Okay. But I'm in the middle of a story, so I'll play it after the story.
ご飯の件も。
A sudden burst of chaotic noise and hurried footsteps cuts through the recording.
3時軍事法令違反
Oh. Kalina's dead. Message cuts off abruptly.
カリーナ
It got her too.
ジラードグループ最後のさ。やっと手に。
2 ocarinas because it's double the price? That can be arranged actually. You're gonna like this, but let me finish the story. Zimmerman admires the 3rd gen doll suspended before him with satisfaction. She hangs midair, limbs fixed by precise metallic arms, as though nailed to an invisible cross. Got Igloo? Igloo's torso is opened, revealing the intricate structures within. Several data cables wind out from her exposed chest cavity, connecting to surrounding receivers. The part of her body that can still move, her eyes roll wildly, as if searching for something. Her vocal module is already damaged, and only garbled syllables escape her. Wait! Could she possibly remember her too?
さまおじょさま
おっと、発生モジュールを停止する。
Oh my god, you are more evil than you were the last time we saw you. Zimmerman presses a button. Igloo falls silent.
ご満足いただけましたか。期待通りの結果です。
Oh my god.
パルメングエップとはいい関係が築けそうです。
Oh my god, I hate this. I hate this so much. Jesus Christ. I hate this.
チマーマン様、今日は珍しくご機嫌のようですね。
ああ、いいことがあった。役員会のファイルを整理したら上がっていい。
かしこまりました。
Zimmerman exits the opulent and spacious office, leaving the secretary alone to diligently organize the files. A short while later, she places the last document into its folder, closes the cabinet, and dusts her hands off.
今日は忙しかったわ。
At the headquarters of the Orlog conglomerate, a woman who appears to be a secretary finishes her day's work and stretches. Then picks up the phone and dials a number.
あら、今日は帰るのが早かったね。今夜何にする？フィレミニョンのステーキにボルシチはどう？
Wait a minute.
はーい、エスカルゴも付け加えるね。今日の仕事はもう全部終わったわ。残業もない。
Wait a minute.
ええ、だから家でゆっくり待ってて。
After hanging up, she sighs helplessly. He sits back down and begins typing briskly on the keyboard.
まったくもう、いつも心配させるんだから。
彼女からか
うん。指揮官絡みの面倒事は何とかしてくれるって。
Oh. What? Okay.
怒られると思ってた。
相手が指揮官だからなのかもしれない。あるいは組織からはお咎めなしになったからか。
We have an inside man or woman in this case.
指揮官を守るのも私たちの任務だから。
任務がなくともそうしていた。
They love us.
そうかもね。ただ指揮官とコンタクトを取るタイミングが組織の計画よりもだいぶ前倒しになってしまった。
They have exposed themselves.
その方がいい。指揮官には私たちが必要だ。パラデウスは強い。
Gradius!
10年前の失敗はパラデウスにとってそんなに響かなかったみたいね。この状況を作ったのはキツネとハリネズミの争いだけじゃない。裏に潜む大物たちの駆け引き。
Yeah, I can drink tea. I got this.
私だってそういうのは嫌い。けど私たちも武力以外の戦い方を覚えないと今後の変化についていけない。
I am now sitting up, which will come in handy in a few minutes.
さあ自ら指揮官の前に現れるなんて思わなかった。組織がいてくれなければあっちもそう簡単に引き下がらなかった。
We nearly did worse than die. We get all the redeems, not all of them.
わからないな。全部計画のうちじゃなかったのか。
Alva falls silent briefly. She is not accustomed nor skilled at navigating conspiracies and schemes. Fortunately, she had once had a close partner, a true master at the craft from whom she now draws inspiration.
今後どうなるかはわからないけど誰も予想できない展開の方が
Murky water? Is that a Payday reference?
相手はすでに切り札を切った。
You know, something that bothers me is that trump card is what the Japanese refer to as the standard 52 deck of cards. They call it tarampu, similar to the current US president. And it's like, oh, okay, that makes no fucking sense, just like most wase ego, but you know what? Okay, well, it is what it is. It's not something I'll be forgetting, but I'm like, why do you call it that? Please.
なら私たちの切り札もそれまでには少し大変なことになるかも。
Difficult period? That time of the month? I didn't know that happened to dolls. I guess even dolls need oil changes. Seeing the look on Voimistina's face, Alva smiles gently.
だよね。
You get used to it.
とっくに慣れている。
Alva looks down at the documents on the desk, her gaze mild and tender. I hardly know her. She murmurs softly, her trust in that person apparent in her steady voice.
頑張ろう。指揮官。
The light won't
希望が
prevail.
見えるその瞬間
No.
まで。
Hey, yo, we get a credit scene with concept art? Okay. There's Igloo concept. Igloo bigger concept. Lumi! Yay! She wears pink socks. I was never expecting that. Hey, it's us. This is the thing that stabs Lumi's head. I'm not singing this, because I don't know how it goes. At least we get the replay of all the cutscenes. This is fine. Good event. This is also on YouTube, but I didn't watch it because I didn't want the event spoiled. So I wasn't expecting this. This is nice. I wonder if this has been sung in different languages for the other languages. At least, looking back at the cutscenes now, get the cursor out of the way. This truly was the girls' front line. Wow, this is loud. This is maxing the volume I had set. But it's fine. According to OBS, I should just still be barely audible. We got this. This isn't even credits. This is just the song. I want to see credits. Who worked on this? I like the concept art. Okay. Oh, hey, it's Helena. This is stuff we didn't get to see, some of it. Evangelion. Body horror. Those are hands. Those are hands coming out of her chest. There's more? Shadowless lamps in the operating room blaze with a blinding glare. Cheeto Egg feels a wave of dizziness wash over her. Every joint, every muscle, every bone in her body throbs with a strange and unnatural pain. And yet, she's still alive. No, that's not right. Is she truly alive? This body, is it really still her own? No, she cannot make a sound, nor can she sense anything tangible. Her body feels unbearably heavy, yet at the same time as though it's floating in a void. Hey yo, did Cheeto Egg suffer a fate worse than death? Let's fucking go. Wait, did she try to kill herself and because of the timeline she failed and...
久しぶりの手術だから失敗したかと思ったよ。視界から残存意識を救い出し、新しい素体に入れるのはそう。
Wow!
まずはその体になれることだな。その後は。
No! No!
悲願で見た全てを
Meanwhile, Lumi does not know when she's awakened. Meanwhile, in Nirvana, she has returned to this place. Strange, yet overwhelmingly familiar. She cannot remember how she arrived. Last memory is of merging with Cheeto Egg into the deep sea of the torrent of consciousness. Just as she had surrendered herself to the descent, someone reached out and caught her. Who was it? The memory already scattered like drifting smoke. Now she feels as though she is still floating in the deep sea, rising and sinking with soundless waves. She senses light filtering down through the surface above, shining upon her, warm and viscous. She continues sleeping like this forever? That'd be nice. Lumi feels that it's time for her to awaken. So she opens her eyes. Her vision's blurred, as though some strange lens covers her sight, rendering the world warped and distorted. The only thing she can see clearly is the reflection cast upon the dome-like ceiling above when she lifts her head. She stares at that reflection in disbelief. It's her. Lumi is Helena? And Melanie and all the other ones? Anyone who goes to Nirvana becomes... Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. I need a fucking moment. Holy shit. That is... Damn. I am okay with waiting another half year for a more main story if it means the story is gonna hit me like this. This is like the Girls Frontline 1 story, how it hits you like a fucking freight train. Right, I have some redeems to go through. Let's head on over to this scene here, because unlike my regular ocarina here, something that I haven't really dabbled much in, that Remy would really like, is the Ocarina of Double Time. This here is a double chamber ocarina, i.e. it has more range than a regular ocarina, simply because it has chambers in it. 2 mouth holes, 2 chambers. It's trickier to play than a regular ocarina. I think Remy left already, so it's fine. She won't hear this. Nope, she's not here. Here we go. I don't remember how to play this thing. I don't play this thing very often. Just for that correction, I'm putting this away. I hope you like that. That was a demonstration of the double ocarina. And you can do some crazy things with the double ocarina. I just never took the time to do that. Let's get back to the video game. Where was I? All right, the Unlock Shopping Spree. This is apparently the Sabrina event. I can't believe you've done this. All of the ocarina redeems. I don't practice the ocarina nearly as much as I used to. Hold on, let me see if I can. Let me play the classics. It's fine. Not sticking the landing is something people do in the Olympics. So that makes me as good as them, right? Let's do this mode. Here we go. Can I play with the arrow keys? Click the buttons on the side of the screen. Okay. Or I could use A and D. Alright, sweet. They left the default music on for this, which is alright. This is Sabrina Collector. I hardly know her. I can't do... Wait, yes I can. No, I can't! It won't let me move! I have to use the arrow keys! Oh no! This is awful! I was gonna play while playing, but alas, I am doomed to whatever this is. They gave false instructions. They said I could click left and right, but no, I have to use the arrow keys for this. And the ocarina is a two-hand instrument? Was that a hint that you're supposed to redeem the ocarina so you can practice more? I mean, maybe. I think for that, I'm gonna grab the bass ocarina after this and demonstrate that. That one's fun. But first, I need to... No! I need to score points. If you're not scoring points, what are you doing? Dang it. Do I win? No, I don't win! That false instruction cost me the game! No! Now I have to... I gotta lock in. Bass ocarina based on... Can't believe you've done this. Based on octaves. Because the bass ocarina is an octave lower than the alto C ocarina, which is the ocarina that most people know. It's the ocarina as seen in Ocarina of Time. I watched a video today on Ocarina of Time, a masterclass in subtext, and holy shit. I thought I knew Ocarina of Time, but it turns out I fucking don't. The deep dives people go to, I genuinely wonder if all of that was the developer intent when making the story. But honestly, it's... Whoops, I missed one. Shit. I hope that's enough. Okay. Is it enough? Okay, it's enough. I win. It is time to play Pathfinder while playing the bass ocarina. Pathforger, not Pathfinder. They changed the name. Up next is Alva and Lewis. Each time they... Oh, she charges at Pioneer Work Square? Those aren't worth it. Unless you're at a high traffic area. Resource tile income. Okay, what did we get? Luck. The cost of lottery skin. Alright, we're going for the luck build. I love the bass ocarina. I'm so glad I got this thing. Bass ocarinas are generally expensive. The plastic one I have here was freaking $60, but I think it's worth it. 1, 2, 3... Wait, which direction are we going? Fuck it, roll a regular dice. I need to sleep? Well, maybe you can sleep. Maybe you can sleep. I don't know where I was going with that. Wait, let me play you a bass ocarina lullaby. One moment. Well, okay. That was my Oshi's lullaby. Let's go. I also have a contrabass ocarina that... Oh, good fortune event. That's good. Instruction tile. That's good. I don't need that. Thanks for the head pets. One of these days I'll bust out the contrabass ocarina. I might make that an expensive redeem because it's really fragile and getting it out takes preparation and putting it back in takes preparation. But the contrabass ocarina is pretty neat. Secret route? Hey yo. Let's spend as much time as we can here. Let's roll ones. We're just gonna blow all of our rolls on this. That didn't work. unfortunate. I still think this is worth it. To spend as much time in the secret path as possible. Because this way, we just get loads of money as we get minimum rewards from each of those. But hey, we get good fortune. That wasn't too bad. Okay. Roll the dice as we roll the worst possible roll for this. Roll a 1, please. Okay. I like how we rolled a 6 and that just ejected us from there. I think we got ripped off. Okay. That's fine. If I do add more redeems, I'm worried that I'm gonna have too many redeems. I feel like I've hit the max number of redeems. I could always add more redeems, but I don't feel like that will be really worth it. Or rather, it'll be worth it. It'll get too cluttered. That's what I mean, the redeem menu. I feel like I hit the sweet spot with my current amount. Let's just roll here. Oh wow, okay, we're still not landing anywhere on these tiles, but it's fine. Because of that lucky path, we get a lucky break, but we're getting robbed, which is unfortunate. Alva is still in last, which is... If we rob Alva of all of her money, we could have just tried to end the game. That card would be pretty nice right around now, but okay. What even is this map? How do you know where to go? Is it just circles around? She's just building those kiosks everywhere. That's not great. Yeah, let's go this way. We haven't built a single property. This is fine. We are winning without building any property. Which is alright, I guess. I bought this card thinking it would be useful. It's not. And now I do need to maintain a lead. I think it's too late to try to rob Alva. If Alva goes bankrupt, the game ends, but I'm worried that Lewis will catch up in that time. Plus, there's only 4 turns left. I think I'm good. Especially if I keep landing on these safe tiles. I was thinking these would be 3-hour streams, but 2 hours. Probably. Oh, I see how the map layout works. It's one of 2 paths that loop back to the start. One of them is the buy buildings path. The other is the land on spaces path. Understandable, have a great day. Let's just... Oh, that was easy. I did not get anything from this. Holy crap. All I got was land on the lucky spit. We're about to lose. What the fuck? Somebody stop her. Wait, I get 1 turn and then it's over. It's over. We've already won. Okay. We finished this and then it's finally over. Please? Pull the plug and let me die? No? More money? I already won. Excuse me. Let's make it harder. Holy shit. They're just handing us the victory. This is rigged in the silliest way. I win by a landslide because of that final turn clutch that didn't even need to happen. Nice. All right, what other things are there? There's more, but I'm actually gonna save these for next week. Because next week we're gonna do everything that's left. They did unlock a little bit of challenge mode. Non-stop climaxes! I know how that feels. Surrounded by danger and never-ending trials. Okay, let's see what we're in for. What team do they want us to use? Oh, great, we get to... Really? This team? Okay, fine. Let's sub in my Faye, my Yu He. Where's my Yu He? Where is she? There she is. My Zeppeli, who should I probably consider building up. And Tater's Voimestina again. Tater's is just getting all of the gold. That's what happens when you have a ridiculously built Voimestina on your team. Very cool. Let us proceed with the level. And we'll probably proceed with the next level the same way. Does she just start with Wolf's Eye? Ah. Okay. Good job, Zeppeli, you did it. You did it, Zeppeli. That was all you. I'm so proud. Opens in 8 hours. Yeah, we're doing all this next week. That is fine. Well, last but certainly not least, I did unlock in Boundary Push. Well, first, let me claim all my rewards. Yay! And then I did unlock the intel, which is here. So why don't we just go through this mode really quick and grab the intel. By the way, Taters told me how to get to the menu that unlocks Springfield's outfit. So we get to see Springfield's regular outfit. She is dressed as the cafe like this. This is wonderful. Anyway, let's skip all this. We don't need to be here. Do we fight the boss? Just for fun? We really don't have to fight the boss. At all. There is no reason for us to fight the boss. We're fighting the boss. This is for nothing. There is zero purpose to this other than making the stream longer and giving me an excuse to yap. So here we go, and to show off Springfield's outfit. I'm debating on, during Springfield's rerun, if I should roll for her regular weapon so I can attach the skin, but then I realized, why do that when I can just get her to level 8 marriage affinity and just get her skin that way. Because I managed to get her gold weapon and not her purple. But at least I got her special weapon skin, which is something. The bosses in Phase Clash here are level 80, and the max level you can be in this game is level 60. So these bosses are purposely overpowered. So they take a bit to take down. This is why I am auto battling it, because I have absolute faith that my team is strong enough to do this. And as you can see, we get to watch them in action. After stream lately, what I've been doing is just practicing my instruments. But when I don't feel like practicing, I've been reading Freerun actually. I've been actually reading Freerun Volume 1. I finished the first 5 chapters of Volume 1. The intent is that by the time I have to return the book to my friend when we meet up at SakuraCon, I'll swap it for Volume 2, then take another year to read that one as well. Around this time last year, I borrowed Volume 1 from him and said, "You sure you don't want more than Volume 1?" And I said, "Trust me, bro." I hope he finally understands why I insisted on only taking 1 volume, because I would take forever to get off my ass and read it. But now that I'm kind of getting back into the habit of reading manga, Core has told me about the Link's Awakening manga in Japanese. It's 2 volumes. And I found a pre-owned 2-volume set for $200 on eBay. I mean, I could just get Volume 1 for $60 plus shipping, but I also want Volume 2. Now, to avoid spending money, he also linked me where to read them on the internet for free in Japanese, which is nice. But I do like having the physical versions of things if I can have them. And unfortunately for me, I can have them. I also have a lot of manga that I have yet to read. The cool part is, because it's a shonen manga, because it's Legend of Zelda, there's Furigana with all the kanji, so I can actually read it. Yay! I'll definitely look into seeing if I can get some. I kind of want to go in blind, even though I know how Link's Awakening is. Out of curiosity, I looked up on eBay Japanese Legend of Zelda manga. Apparently there's a full 10-volume Legend of Zelda manga. And I'm like, man, I kind of want that. I'll have to look into it though. if the manga does not have furigana, it becomes harder to read, but not impossible. Looking up kanji is a pain in the ass. There's no getting around it. I try to go by jisho.org's radical system, where I just punch in the apparent radicals that go with the kanji. The problem is, I never formally learned radicals, so I'm literally going off of what little I know visually. And it works, it's just a slow process. With furigana on the kanji, I can quickly look up anything. Motherfucker, you... shut the fuck up. It's part of the learning process, really. Ideally, you want to get to a point where you don't have to look up any kanji. That's where I'm at with Yotsubato. When I'm reading Yotsubato, I almost never have to look anything up. If I don't know the kanji, I can almost just as easily infer it from context. Or if I'm really curious as to what they're saying, because I really want to know what they're saying, which does happen. What I think is funny is something that may get lost in translation. In Volume 1 of Yotsubato, a new word is introduced. Chikyu Ondanka, which is this really lengthy, complicated looking 5 kanji compound. And as somebody who is not great at Japanese, I'm like, oh my god, this is the wildest thing I've ever seen. Turns out it's just global warming. So I'm just imagining people reading the English manga and they're being like, what's global warming? Why is everyone freaking out about global warming? It's just global warming. But in Japanese, it looks like some ancient magics have been spilled onto the floor. Things that get lost in translation. Another thing that get lost in translation. Spoilers for early free rent. We're talking like apparently episode 3 or some shit. Is Zoltrak. In the manga, when they say Zorutorak, or it's Zorutorak, that's the kanji that go with it is Hito wa korosu maho, which directly translates to magic that kills people. Which I think is funny that kind of gets lost in translation, because when you're reading, if I would presume when translating it to English, you just take it at face value. Evil guy says Zoltrak. Must be some crazy magic spell. But no, in Japanese, you know exactly what that spell does. It's meant to kill you. All right, we are now at the level where I actually have to play the video game. But since I unlocked everything already, I'm going to skip the video game and just claim the main reward. I'm good. Those were in my path. I had to grab them. You're in my path. I have to grab you. And by that, I mean grab you 0 HP. That was in my path. These are in my path. Grab this. I win. I got the greatest ally. For a leaf. And a chip. This is the video game. Very nice. I'm sure much later down the line that run will have been worth it. But that is all I plan on doing today. Thank you so much for finishing off the Gorilla event with me. Honestly, I really liked that event. That was fantastic. That was easily probably one of the best events. As easy S tier event. Like, hands down. It don't get much better than that. That was, oh, chef's kiss. Who can we raid? Who's online right now? Let's see. Raz is online. Okay. Stella's online. Giddy Gila's online. I did mention Giddy earlier. Raz has been streaming for longer than I have, so I have a reason to believe that she'll be ending relatively soon. So we're gonna go ahead and drop in and say hi to Giddy. We're going to raid Giddy Gila. Giddy is one of my friends that I've cheese collabed with, who helped me invent the adult Fruity Pebbles. Right now she's playing Dragon Quest XI S, Echoes of an Elusive Age. and she is finally no longer at the slot machine. I don't know how long she spent in front of that slot machine. She got absolutely sucked in. Speaking of which, I could totally do the Clover Pit streams like that or some point, I guess. But it's fine. In any case, thank you so much for coming to Girls Frontline. These streams were relatively shorter than I thought they'd be, but you know what? It's fine. It keeps me from burning out too much. Tomorrow is a flute stream, which will be longer than 3 hours because it's the longest set list yet. It's in A. So many songs are in A. Oh my. It's fine. I'll catch you tomorrow for some flute, and then I'll catch you all Saturday in the Discord for a secret movie night. It's not so secret. It's an open secret. Join the Discord. We're doing movie stuff. I'll catch you tomorrow for flute. Oyasumim!